where you get your energy from. It's separated down on the incarnation, lingam yoni. Now the soul is ultimately divine feminine, and the soul has dual natures, but the energy you doing some stuff, now there could be masculine and feminine energy within that, but your energy where you dispense is based on your Johnson or your Yanni. You see what I'm saying? You know. So I said, well, 18 is what? 17? Now, 18 is Cancer, which would be a form of Harmaku, which is Horus, and Kephra, which is a form of Horus and a form of Mayat. Now, a form of Mayat. 19, which is Leo, will be a form of Horus, if you male, or Rahar Kuit, which is a form of Horus, if you male. If you are female, it'll be a form of Sekhmet, the lion goddess, and Pashet, the lion goddess. You see what I'm saying? Okay, that's 19. 20, Virgo. Who's Virgo? Virgo, you would be a form of Isis if you're a woman. And if you're a man, you'll be a part of Horus, Harpocrates. That's the baby Jesus, or the baby Heru, which in this case, this scarab without the wings would be Harpocrates, and that would mean unmanifest, but it's also Harpocrates is a form of Eros. So if you are a male and also female, Eros and Harpocrates, that would also be a god of love and eroticism. If you're male, if you're an adult, the baby Jesus is, dealing with the heart chakra. See Jesus with that heart. Okay. Okay. Libra 22, that's Mayat. And male aspect would be Harmaku. Horus. You got double, so you both Harmaku on your number. Every now and then it lines up. Your numerical name would be Harmaku, and your sign would be Harmaku. So that's who you are.
21.
21? No, I'm not going by 21. I'm going by your sign. Your sign. This time. Not the numbers, your sign. Okay, now. Wait. What was the last one I did? Libra. You ain't got that yet. Scorpio. Scorpio is 24, which would be a form of, who's Scorpio? Okay, cool. This is very interesting here. It would be a form of the goddess Typhon. Now Typhon, and I'll give you an explanation in a minute. Typhon or Apep. Apep is a great, anytime you hear Typhon, that's a great dragon goddess. It's not negative in the aspect, it means you got a whole lot of power. You look like you don't take no shit. It's just the air. When you walk, I say, that's a motherfucker don't take no shit. And if you are taking shit, you have the ability not to take shit. So it means, so Typhon on your astrological side, which would Mother Typhon, Apep, Apep, the great dragon, or serpent, a goddess named Seba, S-E-B-A. Okay. Or also a form of Sekhmet, because she's a real furious ass-whipping type goddess and all. You look like you could cut some ass, you got some children and shit, Not in the negative sense and all, but you just look like a matronly strong figure. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I know, I'm from a family full of ass whoopers. Also, Kephra. So on another side, swing side, Kephra is the scarab that I have here with the wings, which is also a form of Mayat. And also a form of Horus, which would be a Christ energy. So you got that type of thing going for you too. So so where are we now? Okay, Sagittarius, 25. That's Neptune on one aspect for the female. That's like an unmanifest goddess, real latent. But on the other form, it's also a form of Anubis for the men. That's the black dog. And also twin lion deity, Shu and Tefnut.
What sign you on?
Sagittarius.
Okay, cool.
See, that's why you connected with Anubis.
I know.
You see, Sagittarius and stuff. Well, me, it's Neptune's. My energy is a little more fiery, so it would be Shu and Tefnut, which would be a form of the Sphinx also. Capricorn is next, 26. That's the god Set or Kim. The black god Kim, Set, and also Sebek is also a name of that. Is a crocodile deity. As a crocodile deity is also Sebek, also very powerful. So did I give all of them? Yeah. Okay. Pisces. Okay, yeah. Pisces, 29. Kepra, which is a form of Mayat for women, Horus for men, and Anubis is also a form of Pisces. Okay. Aquarius, 28. It's a form of Nut. Nut for women, and Amun-Ra for men. You know. Is that all? Okay. Now, that's a breakdown. Now, to go carefully through this again, you get the book 777, because now this stuff that I just gave you, the God names, it goes all the way back to several attributes and stuff like that. I just gave you that particular thing, but that's to get you started on 777, which is a numerical breakdown of ancient Kemet brought up by the Moors and ended up in the hands of Aleister Crowley and them. But a lot of people, until you turn to the pages, almost maybe 40 pages in the table of correspondence, that's where you're going to start to read. This is a hardback version, but this book is about $16 maybe, or 14, what is it? You got your version?
Yeah.
It was about $14 or $15.
I think it was $14.
Yeah, $14.95. Yeah, I think that's it. That particular version, and that's how you read that particular stuff. Now, I'm gonna go into a couple of things right quick. The movie, what's that?
What do you think about the Chinese version where they go to 12 years rather than 12 months?
I Ching or what?
The Chinese astrology, like yours.
All of that stuff comes out of Kemet. All of it is valid.
Okay.
The Chinese thing, the year of the dog, the year of the rat, and all that stuff is very valid. Anytime you're dealing with animal figures, it's very valid.
Yeah.
I suggest anything that you can get your hands on that can learn on that thing is very, very valid. That and the I Ching system and all that. What's that system?
You were going to go into the depth of Leah?
Yeah, I'm getting ready to go into that right now. Yeah. Anything else? Any other questions? Okay. Now, we know that Leah died this summer. She was 22 when she died. I don't know, did she die on the 22nd?
25th.
Huh?
25th.
The 25th? Oh, okay. Well, that didn't add up, but she did die on the, she was 22 when she died, which is also the number of Maya. The movie came out on the 22nd. Now, clearly, this was a ritual that went down. So watch out for Alicia Keys' ass. Because anybody that come up and all, she ain't even been out a damn year. She done went the whole gamut of shit already. You know, so watch out, because those are people they groom for sacrifice. You know, they've been doing this sacrifice thing, especially in the 90s. It started off, we could even say Tupac and Biggie was a sacrifice on one aspect, but then again, on the other hand, we do know that the Hispanic girl, Selena, 2 years later, Diana dies. 2 years after that, John dies. Well, yeah, John F. Kennedy, and then 2 years later, Aaliyah dies. These are sacrifices. These are sacrifices of certain figures and stuff like that because they're into the ritualistic aspect of things. In this case, Akasha represents the coming of the divine feminine, the Shakti power, known as Hemmitt, by fire. Next time, by fire. That's the Kundalini energy in us. Akasha represents that. So they kill her, and not only that in the movie, she's destroying people by fire. But she dies by fire in real life. So these are sacrificial elements that they do based on major ritual things. Who knows? There's some energy behind it, but ultimately it's going to be their undoing because they can't stop what's going down. It just makes us aware that they are scared and they're trying to stop a certain amount of energy, and they do things like that. But in so many words, it's a form of destroying the Shakti power, the Kundalini energy. That's why I tell you, any sexual energy that you can produce as a woman, you need to be doing it. Whether you fingering yourself or whatever. You need to be flipping the switch. It don't matter if you motherfucking 95 years old. Your shit done gone dormant. All you got to do is work at it at night and you get that thermostat heated back up. Flip that switch and heat that thermostat back up. You brothers do the same damn thing. But call them. Huh? You know double standards? I say what? I say what you do what now? Do the same thing. Get, use of any sexual energy is the Shakti energy, which the church, woman out there loose, the church, and all of them are trying to shut down that energy. This is very key, because despite what you think, that's the most powerful thing on the planet. Not prayer, not fasting. There's nothing on the planet Earth more powerful than the sexual energy, the Shakti power. That is the reason why the church, which is an anti and counter spiritual entity, has always been against the sexual energy. They'll sanction war all day long. Go out and kill up bunches of people. But one person sleep around and you damn near social pariah. And yet everybody does it. You see. So the Shakti power or the Kundalini power is the ultimate aspect of the return of the goddess. That's the fire that burns in all of us. And so that Mayat is one of those goddesses. Mayat Hemmitt. It's Mayat because you get the word Mayat is also the word met. Same thing. In Hebrew it's called metronet. Metronet. In what's the name? In Hemmitt it's called Mayat, Met, and Set Mayat, and Set Met, and Seket Aru. Now Seket Aru is this realm of the goddess that we're getting ready to go into. And that's where we'll all end up. It's called the fields of blood, the sexual heat, and this realm of the goddess. This is what they're trying to stop. Very key. Israel is trying to stop this. The whole world is trying to stop the return of the Shakti power. That's it. That's why if you are a woman and you have been trained to be non-promiscuous, that's not by accident. That is on purpose. It's called the realm of the divine whore. There's a book called Sacred Prostitute. But see, the concept here is more of a mental flow of energy than it is what you have been trained to understand. You know what I'm saying? But in the dark, we brothers appreciate somebody who get up off the booty. Even Jesus. The story of Jesus with Mary Magdalene, which is, it's still a mythology. But even he said, if I'm gonna hang around somebody, make sure this motherfucker give it up some booty now. Shit. I got 12 fucking goddamn hard-legged disciples. I don't need no motherfucking no friend when it comes to these sisters. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So that particular story, now I know as ridiculous as that sounds, if that sounds ridiculous, that's because you have been conditioned over the years. And yet, no one down here is down here by some immaculate conception as what you think it is. You see? So this is a very important if you're into scholarship and learning. So I can run and give you the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I don't bring that stuff that way, because some people need to be taught with scholarship, and the rest of you all can go and believe in what the hell you want to believe. And that means a lot of motherfuckers have y'all hold it in the house and have y'all, saying the Hail Marys and people behind curtains and oh Father, I have sinned and doing all that crazy shit. And on the other hand, screwing the hell out you behind the church. Because if you don't think that damn preacher ain't getting his freak on, you crazy as hell. So we're not talking about belief systems. We're talking about ancient and divine knowledge. If you got a problem with knowledge and stuff, you need to go take that up with somebody else. Now, the Shakti power or the Mayatian power is this energy that will eventually destroy the earth. And as ridiculous as it may sound, I'm going to get into that tonight on how that shit is going to actually go down. You see how it's going to go down.
Pull out the elixir. Let's get it over here. Shit.
Now, but that Mayatian power is why they killed her. Number one, she's 22 at the time. They put her in this movie, and they create this entire mythological character around her that Anne Rice created, which is the crux of her Vampire Chronicles, which her entire writings is based on this one ancient Egyptian queen. Number one, they told the truth because for the first time, they admit the Egyptians are black. You see, so they put her in this particular movie, then they kill her. That's a form of the ritual, but that's gonna backfire on her. Cause for the little bit she was in the movie, she was bad as hell.
She was.
She came and she was no joke. You need to just go see the movie just to see that. Naturally, they're gonna take the sister out. And we'll get into that in a few seconds, but in order to understand that, you got to understand more of the mythology before you go to see the movie. This is coming from Anne Rice's Vampire Companion. Anne Rice's Vampire Companion is the book that this is coming from. Now you can get these, and so they got a lot of the books, and you might have the time to read all the books, or you can do the shortcut and go get the Vampire Encyclopedia, which is her companion, and just turn to the figures. You can get them at, I don't know if they got Tower Books down here, Tower Records, but you can find them at any Barnes and Nobles, Books A Million. They can order them for you. It's still in print, so it's no problem. A lot of used bookstores have them, but it's Anne Rice's Vampire Companion. At this particular time, probably most of this stuff is already on the internet. So all you got to do is just look into Anne Rice's site and just look up whatever figure. In this case, we're dealing with Akasha. Now, I got a whole book. I got a tape called Vampires from Heaven. But I dealt with this in 99. Yeah, I think it was 99. And I dealt with that. But Akasha is an ancient Egyptian queen who became the first vampire. She is a part of a vampire couple in legend known as those who must be kept. Her name was inspired by Anne Rice and seen in a book called Lost Cities of Africa. So this woman is getting this stuff from real historical documents. You see Akasha. Now in the Sanskrit text, the word Akasha means black, or black substance. Now very key. Now hold on to this because there's a quote in Crowley's book, the Book of Thoth, that anytime somebody make reference to something and you go through hundreds of books and you can't find something, that means the white boys is purposely hiding it. Now immediately after I get through with this dealing with this Akasha thing, I'm going to drop on some other science. And show you exactly what they're hiding, which is a true doorway to the temple. And doorway to the temple, they always hide stuff. But Akasha means black substance, or it means melanin. Now, what happened in the movie? She turned to pure melanin. Pure carbon substance at the end. Now, when you go see the movie, The Mummy Returns, they got these black Anubis figures. That's the black dog. And you remember when they destroyed the Scorpion King or whatever they destroyed? It was this pure melanin. That's what they turned into. That's what this is a hieroglyphic for melanin. You see. So Akasha, you get the word Akashic records, that's melanin. The melanin records. So the story goes that she becomes the first vampire because she was bitten by an entity called Amel, which is melanin, which is a real Sumerian deity. There's a book called Sumerian Mythology. And in that book, they have this entity called Amel. And she said, so Amel is a spirit who fuses with Akasha to create the first vampire. Rice had read that Amel was an ancient Middle Eastern word known for evil, which goes to show you that the word evil and the whole aspect of that is hieroglyphic terminology for formulas than it is for wicked and all of the fairy tale shit you into. You know, you can say there's some devil that you can't see is just so evil, you all up in church, but can't see the man who ruling your life is evil as shit. The fucking white man. You know. So this entity fuses in the blood of Akasha to make her immortal. So this Akasha is a vampire because she has this Amel in her blood, melanin. You see, now in this aspect, I mean, she really in the movie, they had to really prop her up there to tear her down, but she was showing up. When she appeared, she was the shit, and all. But in the movie, it was a ritual to assure that white people would go into the future. So they even had a white woman take her place as the god and had her kill her king, and then want this white boy to be the king. And all the white people turned against her and said, we ain't with you, and they killed Akasha. So this was a ritual telling you that we killing the Shakti and Kundalini energy. Because that's what this thing is about. A Shakti is the version of Hemmitt, god of fire, sexual heat. And she was all that sexually, and she burned your monkey ass up. And she was burning them up too. You know, so that's Hemmitt, which is a form of the Christ. Because the Christ is a male and female entity in Kemet. Ha-ma-ku. Ma, which is Met, Ku, which is pyramid, and Ha, which is the sun. Son and mother conjoined makes Ha-ma-ku. Harvest, and it represents the Sphinx. So they know what they're doing when they put this movie together, because they're literally trying to kill this Christ energy. You see. Sekhmet is also a form of Lilith in Hebrew lore. Now in the book, The Lost Scrolls of Solomon. The Lost Scrolls of Solomon. Or The Lost Scrolls of King Solomon, one of the two, by Richard. Lost Scrolls of King Solomon by Richard Berlin. Richard Berlin. In there they said that the number one thing that the Hebrews want to do is to stop Lilith's energy. Lilith is also connected with the menstrual blood. So one of the main things I want to do is stop Lilith's energy. But Lilith is also the Kundalini fire that comes through to this race through the sexual energy and the alchemical elixirs. That's why I say, if you really want to get a real good bond with a person, just wear that person. You see what I'm saying? So which means if you have sex and those energies come together, you basically don't wash for a day. And that's a sexual energy. And you can have, and that's a bond of Gunners, Kalis, Shaktis, Rusas, Tamas, Ojas, and these particular alchemical elixirs, alchemical elixirs and all, which we'll be dealing with also. Like I said again, this book here is probably one of the most important books to come out within the last 2 years is this Sexual Alchemy by Donald Tyson. By Donald Tyson, you know, to try to understand what is this war coming and where is this war coming from and how ain't nothing they can do about it. So shit is getting ready to go down. But we're gonna break all this down today. Now, so this whole Akasha thing that they're dealing with was a ritual. And they killed at 22, which is my yacht. 2 dual scales. This came out on 22, and it also came out in 2222. The second month, the second year of the millennium. You know when you talk with it, yes? Because the first year, you see what I'm saying? So you're still talking about double 2s and double 0s. You're still talking about 44. 144, which is also the number of the apocalypse. So all this stuff here is hooked up spiritually. You see, it's a major ritual they did. But it's going to backfire on them because they want this stuff to stop. But the key here is, remember this, but all this kind of stuff, it don't have nothing to do with all the people you meet in the street. Like we said before, this has nothing to do with you gathering the masses together and trying to get them to believe in something. Give me some water when you get a chance on it.
Right on.
You know, it's only based on the people who have the foresight to receive this knowledge at this particular time, which is just a couple of thousand in the entire United States out of millions. When you think about millions of people, and there's just a couple in the entire United States of black people, then we talking about 0 point something. We just talking about a minute figure of conscious people. So, but that's all we need, is that, all we need is that particular people. So, if you're thinking it's all is lost based on numbers, it's not based on numbers. You are getting this, and it's not a campaign for all the idiots to get when they don't want to get it. And at this particular time, you shouldn't be worried about them getting it. But then again, on the other hand, they gonna get to go where we go. All souls, if they have a soul, will end up in the same damn place. There's no way that you can fail. So we need to get that shit out of here. Because we got all these punctified niggas get in these groups, and the first thing you want to think about your group is you the only motherfucker gonna make it. If you got a soul, you going. Because the soul is the hereafter itself. So that's the number one thing. So ain't no such thing about you ain't gonna make it and all this kind of stuff here. That's political. And that has nothing to do with real spirituality. Now,
Are you saying it has nothing to do with, you know, like they try to tell you, you ain't gonna make it based on what you're doing right now? You know, you stole from your mama and all.
Yeah, all that shit, because this is an illusion. This don't even exist. Moralism has nothing to do with it. You could have killed 40,000 damn people. If you got a soul, you go in the same place. Why? Because this is only an illusion. It's only a role you playing. It's nothing but a dream. We'll go back in that in a few minutes based on the dream realm. And why you got to get the blue pill. No. Soul, melanin is a carbon substance that is produced by the soul. Just like you take a match and strike the match, and you put it up against a white wall, you see the soot that comes off. The soot is the melanin particle that's produced by a little invisible seed that's inside of you. But that little nano seed is all you are. But if you black and you got a soul, you go in the same place. I don't give a damn.
Some people don't have it.
Huh? No. I'm trying to say here is this here. The original people supposed to have souls. Now, whether they got cloned or whatever, we don't have time to sort that out. That's not the concern. The concern here is that on a percentage, the original people are going where they're going to go. Don't matter whether you Christian, Buddhist, hoe, killer, no good, piece of shit, it don't matter. It doesn't matter. This is only an illusion. It don't matter whether you eat 4,000 goddamn pieces of hog butt, whether you eat 3,000 cakes. It don't matter. It don't matter if you're the ultimate vegetarian. You see what I'm saying? Don't matter if you're a drunk. Don't matter if you're a crackhead. You all go in the same place if you got a soul. This has nothing to do with your behavior whatsoever. Don't matter if you faggot, whether you blow skin flute, whether you got sugar in your tank, it ain't got nothing to do with none of that stuff. This has nothing to do with behavior. Now all the other groups gonna tell you otherwise. Them motherfuckers don't know shit. Because that's what makes them groups. Because groups tend to want to be a special selected elite group of people that say, I have something that other people don't have, so therefore the other people are not going to make it. And that's what makes you. This has nothing to do with your behavior. You understand what I'm saying? It don't have nothing to do with your behavior. Whether you goddamn snort gas fumes. See what I'm saying? Or whatever. What's that, brother?
What about things like Hinduism, who don't believe that?
What?
What about people like the Hindu people?
Uh-huh.
They don't believe really that you're going anywhere. They believe.
No.
They believe everybody's a Hindu.
No. It depends on what you studied in Hindu.
Okay.
See, when you're talking about modern day Hindu.
Now I'm talking about.
No. Hold on now, because you got to know what you're talking about now. Because you're talking to a motherfucking scholar now. Now, damn now, hold on. You're talking modern day Hindu. You're talking modern day Hindu now. Modern day Hindu is separated from the other shit for a couple thousand years. We talking about the Vedic system. And the Vedic system say the damn same thing. Shiva going to destroy this motherfucker. We going to the other side. So it depends on what Hindu you're talking about.
No, even in the Vedic system, in the Upanishads, actually.
Upanishads is a later book?
Yeah.
Rig Veda is an earlier book?
Oh yeah, Rig Veda is earlier, but it's
Look, Rig Veda, look. Shiva is going to destroy the earth by fire.
Yes.
With the cosmic dance. That is the Kundalini dance. The return of the Shakti power. It's still talking about the same process. You still going somewhere.
No.
No, come on, okay. You don't have to battle with me on this shit here. God damn it, you have to battle with me on this shit here. I don't play that shit. You have to battle with me on this shit here. Pull out your guns. Pull out your damn guns. We're going to deal with scholarship.
All right.
We got Rig Veda, you got the Upanishad, and you even got the Bhagavad Gita, which is later. They all say that the gods will be destroyed by fire.
Yeah.
Now, in order to break that down, you must understand the apparatus of what the mythology is saying.
Yeah, and that's I understand what you're saying right now. I hear your words, but what I'm telling you is the fact that when Shiva destroys the world, that don't mean you're going anywhere. It starts again because it's a part of the Maya.
No.
Maya is the illusion. That's what we live in right now.
Now let me break that down to you. When they're talking about Shiva destroying the earth, they're talking about getting rid of the illusion. Maya. No, wait a minute.
Okay, all right.
Okay now, because we're going to deal with it. We're going to deal with this thing now. Hold on. Because see, when you're dealing with this thing here, first of all, you got to understand the history of where that came from. They didn't just start this shit from one section of the doggone earth. That shit came out of the Nile Valley in the Typhonian tradition. You got the Typhonian tradition, you got to link all this in. You see? Well, it ain't even that Sumerian shit. That's some bunch of white boy bullshit. Because you go to Samaria, you don't find nothing. So you gotta know God, you got to know your shit, and you gotta study this shit. Now that's one thing about I'm a goddamn scholar. That's how I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I don't run my motherfucking mouth now unless I can produce text.
That's right.
Now the Sumerian bullshit, the white boys are harping on that goddamn bullshit because they're trying to separate this shit to biblical archaeology. You see what I'm saying? It was one landmass and one people. The Upanishad, the Vedic system is nothing but Typhonian Kemites. You can't separate this stuff from what it is. Now, you got to look at the whole system. I ain't talking about a belief system of the Hindus on the modern aspect. I'm talking about the damn Rig Veda. The Rig Veda ain't nothing but Typhonian mythology that travels up into India. It's the same thing pre-dynastic Kemet. But even Shiva destroyed. Who is Shiva? Shiva is fucking Osiris and Horus. In Greece, it's Hercules, it's Dionysus. You see what I'm saying? There will be a realm that is not going to be out of the physical. What's going to be from the physical? So for the mere fact that the physical, which is a Maya, an illusion, is going to disappear, means you got a whole nother reality. Yes. So you are going somewhere. We're not talking about going as far as transforming.
Indeed.
See, I'm not talking about you're going to get up and you're going to go. But I'm saying this particular illusionary phenomenon here, the physical will not end up being here. The Maya will be burnt up and destroyed. Alright?
Well, I'm just saying, because the world has been destroyed before. It's been destroyed millions of times, actually.
Look. The world we talking about, look. I understand where you're coming from. Look, let's deal with what we have come down to us. The particular world we talk about, the one we've been in right now. There's been cycles and there have been seasons. But, here again, you got to separate the later shit. Because see, when the later stuff comes in, when you talk about Upanishads and Bhagavad Gita, that's late. The other stuff is way earlier, and they're a little more precise. Now, you break this thing back. The universe that we are in right now has been the universe that existed in the realm of creation. That's what we're concerned with right now. This particular Maya universe will be burnt up, transmuted into a new reality, and the souls will be transformed into a glorified spirit. Whether you like it or not, that is a different world from the one, but we will not be repeating the physical world again. Because the physical world is a mistake. Now the reason why I know that, because some brothers told me when I thought, well, there was never any fall in Hindu. Bullshit. Go back and read Virtua. Same story as Titan. Virtua is overthrown by, what's my man's name? Virtua is destroyed by Indra. The substance of Virtua is used to make into human beings. So you have to take this stuff and you have to go to different ones. You got Virtua in India, you got Tiamat in Babylonia, you got Typhon or Apep is destroyed by Ra in Kemet, and you got the Titans or Typhons that's destroyed by Zeus in Greece. It's still the same story. It's not like an exclusive story from the Upanishads, all the motherfuckers did on that later shit, because that's where it gets into confusion. But there is different aspects of this particular drama unfolding.
Isn't that the same thing like Kingu getting killed with the Sumerian text?
Kingu and
Kingu blood being used.
Kingu and Tiamat's blood is used to create the earth. Kingu blood is used to create humans.
Exactly.
In the Enuma Elish. Enuma Elish, Hesed Theogamy, Upanishad, talking about the later ones, Rig Veda, coffin text, and various Gnostic texts. What I'm trying to say here is, but when you say Hindu, there's a difference between the Hindu and the later religion. That's separated from the Rig Veda for damn near 6,000 years. You see, but the original one is the overthrowing of Virtua. Go back to the same Rig Veda. The overthrowing of Virtua. And Virtua is the great mother. Although they might have it in a masculine form, it still means the uncreate, or it means the primal worlds. So, this illusion is still going to burn up. Shiva will destroy this illusion. But how does he destroy it? By usurping the Shakti power. From Pravati, Kali, the 10 Mahabodhivas, it's still the feminine realm being put back. What is the feminine realm? It used to be Virtra. That's in the Rig Veda. So when you're dealing with the Upanishads and the Bhagavad Gita and stuff, you're dealing with later texts.
Virtue from? Virtue. That's what you get the word virtue and all that shit from, right?
Probably so. All those things have their origin.
Yeah.
All those things have their origin. But the thing about it here is, that's why I don't advocate no one sticking to any sectarian form. What I mean by that is this. We get this stuff by fragments. Nothing survived from the ancient world intact. So that means that we have to use a table of correspondence, which means if you go only Hindu, then you're going to miss out on what the deal is, because you're only dealing with one portion, a fragment. If you say I'm only going to be Hemmitt, well, there's various years of Hemmitt. You're going to miss out on stuff. You got to take all this stuff and sweep it together. And you can't put no stones unturned. You see what's that, brother?
I have a question. You were saying before that no matter what you do, you go in the same place, right?
Yeah.
So what difference does it make how you study?
Huh?
What difference does it make what you study?
No.
In the same place?
No, I'm not saying what you do, but knowledge. The only thing down here that's true is an aspect of knowledge.
But if we all go in the same place, no
If
matter
we, well,
what.
we all go in the same place. But I'm talking about the people out there that's dead. They're going to end up where we going. But there's a snake, and then there's the head of the snake. You are part of the head of the snake because you woke up. That's why you're interested in this shit. You see what I'm saying? You're interested in this stuff. And believe it or not, you're going to be one of the people that bring those other people to the other side. That's why we all interested in this stuff. You woke up. So it doesn't really matter if you do it. But it does in so many words. But what I was trying to reiterate here was based on behavior. Nothing you do has nothing to do with your soul going to the other side.
Did the commandments have a judgment? They had a story about judgment?
They have a judgment, but that judgment process that you're thinking is not on the biblical aspect. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do nothing. The judgment process that they're talking about is an alchemical judgment. It's more of a process.
Actually, their story of judgment is talking about the 40 new admonitions of
Man.
weighting as a feather. And
Look,
it
man.
was heavier than your
42 confessions.
Look, man,
Those
hold
are
on.
things your soul says
Look.
that I will not do.
Wait a minute, hold on. Back up.
Not that your physical won't do.
It ain't no, look, you're still talking. See, this is what the damn niggas did. They got back into Kemet. Tried to figure this shit out. They got into Kemet, and you talk about the judgment of Osiris with the whole 42 negative confessions and all, and they thinking that they look at it the same way that you look at Christianity. The judgment ain't got shit to do with your behavior. Let me break this shit down to you. What this thing means.
Now, Bob, let me get this straight.
Yeah.
Are you saying, I know a guy that murdered.
Yeah.
Are you saying that guy?
Homeboy, if he got a soul,
Place we,
he gonna be the same place where you gonna be.
so he's not going to be punished for killing
No.
another soul?
No. He's already punished by being down here in the physical realm. The punishment already done happened. See, let me explain it to you. Let me show you. When you talk about the judgment, give me an example. How did you come into this knowledge? Where did you learn that from about the judgment?
I always knew.
Huh?
I always knew.
Yeah, but I'm saying. Okay, I'm talking about. Somebody came and gave you some information. You wasn't born knowing the damn judgment scene of Mayat and Osiris.
I knew it. I remembered it when I went.
Okay, I will. Okay, I will do this. We all have glimpses of knowing we were special, and you might have very well, but I'm saying, you came into a certain amount of knowledge, like all the rest of the people up in here came into a certain amount of knowledge because there's a certain awareness of the Egyptian stuff that came back within the last 14 years. And somehow that's how you tapped into it. You see what I'm saying? Now the point I'm trying to make with you is this. The judgment that the people are saying, this is really, in all honesty, this is good because this is how stuff we beg people to ask these questions so we can get to clarity. The judgment that you're thinking, with the balancing of the scale and the weighing of the heart, and all the bodies getting through, has nothing to do with what your behavior was down here. What happened is, we have been trained on Christianity, which is moralism and political, and a scare tactic to say, you're going to burn in hell based on what you do. So all the black people who got into fucking Egypt, when they started looking at this shit, they took the same model of Christianity, and they said, okay, here's the same judgment scene that's in Christianity. But the judgment scene ain't got nothing to do with behavior.
What are the 42 confessions about?
The 42 confession is this, is what the Egyptian priests knew when they stood at the 42 confession. They say, no, I'm telling you, this, watch this. This is going to explain it to you. I'm standing up, I'm reciting the 42 negative confession and 142, how many of these motherfuckers are? Now, I have not gone into man. I have not killed. I have not lied. I have not fornicated. I have not took my neighbor's wife. I have not did all of this. Guess what's talking? It's impossible for the physical body not to do those things. The 42 negative confessions ain't talking about what the physical person did. It's talking about what his soul did. I just gave you the ultimate mystery. Your soul done went out there and killed, you done went out there physically and killed 1 million people. But your soul didn't do it. It's called negative confession. Demon dust inverse. Your inner self is not responsible for what your outer self has done.
Come on.
Look. Now.
Your physical self is a representation
No.
on earth of your soul.
Bullshit. Bullshit. The physical self is an illusionary phenomenon that has an ego that thinks that it lives, but it doesn't. It's separate than the soul. The soul is this scarab, which is dormant. It's asleep. You ever heard of a sleeping Buddha? That's what the soul is. It's a sleeping Buddha. Your soul is asleep. The soul incarnates, and the physical body, which is the ego, thinks that it's alive. It's only a dream. It's an illusion. It wants to live. Your soul ain't got shit to do because most people's souls are dead. That's what Osiris is dead in Amenta. The Osiris is asleep. We live in this particular phenomena, and the only motherfuckers woke up is the people in this building. And then you realize, I am not responsible for being down here. Let's look at black people things. See, some of this shit don't add up if we look at it the other way. Let's say I walk down, I'm in the line. God comes up and say, man, Bobby, you did this, you did that. When you was in Atlanta, you did this, and you did that. I said, hey, I gotta please temporary insanity. Say why? Because when I was in Atlanta, I was a fucking African thinking I was from Mullins, South Carolina. I was born in the world, a dog thinking I'm a cat, a bat thinking I'm a rat. So I gotta plead temporary insanity. You know who you originally are, so how could you be to blame for something you did when you finished when you got going? Coming down here is John Henry. You see what I'm saying? The soul is asleep. And the physical body thinks that it exists. It thinks that it matters. But it doesn't. It's only an illusion. The soul, when the soul wakes up, we out of here.
Is the spirit an illusion too?
Huh?
Is the spirit an illusion too?
The spirit, no, there's a difference between the soul and the spirit. The soul is a little sun, a little seed of the sun that existed prior to creation.
Well, when we are out of here, then what? What happens?
I'll tell you in a minute. The soul is a seed. The soul is a seed that existed before the physical world was formed. It's been asleep. Then you have a spirit. A spirit is what makes all this energy and all this stuff moves. So everything has a spirit, but not everything has a soul. Cats, dogs, rats, bats, snails, roaches, all of them have spirits. That's what moves. That's called animation. What moves across the face of the earth. A soul is our own particular universe that did not take place in the doggone drama because it's been dead since we got down here. You ever heard several things, dying the second death? Well, what is the first death? The first death is when you got down here, the soul was asleep. So the soul, so when they say the negative confessions, this drama is an alchemical, metaphysical drama where you got people that's coming up, that's trained in Christianity and trained in the later day shit coming and saying, oh, okay, this means the same justice, and they didn't even reveal, they didn't even believe in that shit. So we have misconstrued advanced science or alchemical science because we still got the Christian model. It has nothing to do with what you're doing because the murderer, the hoe, the freak, the Greek, or whatever was not even awake when it was even down here. The soul was asleep. So this is just a cosmic role that we are playing until the soul wakes up. So you're not responsible for what you do. You see what I'm saying? That's where years of religion comes in. Religion tells you that all this shit matters. And it can't. It can't. Because life is unfair. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to us. Because we're not even born on the earth at this particular time knowing who we truly are. So how can I be responsible as a fucking damn psychopath?
So if he killed his wife, he wasn't responsible.
He's not responsible. Let me explain this to you. Now, let me explain this to you so you understand. I know that's kind of hard to understand. The Egyptians believed that there was a whole bunch of gods that died a couple of million years ago. And once they died, because everybody wanted to be a part of an elite group. That's the problem. You know, they got Yoruba motherfuckers saying that these people over here going to hell. You got other people saying they going to hell. Because we want to be a part of a group to say, I got the real stuff.
Yeah.
No. That's why the Spirit told me never ever start a group. Then the niggas will be talking about, Bobby Hemmitt said that. You see what I'm saying? It ain't about that. It's about knowledge. Now, in Alvin Boyd Kuhn's Lost Light, it tells you that the Egyptians said that a whole bunch of gods died a long time ago, and after those gods died, they started to dream, and then the Egyptians popped up as the dream. And that's what's happening. So the story goes in India that you got a king, the dream sees a bug, the bug dreams it's a blade of grass, the grass dreams that it's a frog, the frog dreams that it's a house, the house dreams that it's another man, and all of them till they dream the god Shiva, and then the god Shiva wakes up, and it's all a dream. It's only a dream. Now in the doggone Hemmitt text, they say that there's murder, death, mayhem, craziness. Then they say, shh, these people are dreaming dreams. All they gotta do is wake up. It's the Wizard of Oz the whole time. Dorothy just gotta click her heels and say, no place like home. You see? So that's the key. So when they was reciting the negative confession, he come up with saying, oh, like I ain't heard that shit before. You know, we done whipped that to death. And he was reciting the negative confession. It ain't talking about you personally. Physically, man, there's no way in hell you're going to be down on this earth and don't do some crazy stuff. Because if you go by Christianity, to think is the bad stuff. It's sin. It wasn't talking, when they was reciting about, I have not done this, they were not talking about the physical thing. Now, on a social level, they used to do try to make their life in this orderly fashion. But they know ultimately that's impossible. That means I'm gonna go down here and I'm just gonna stay like this for fucking 70 years. Don't do that. I don't want to sin. It's ridiculous. When they was reciting the negative confession, it wasn't even them. They was talking about my soul is inside of me. You see what I'm saying? Your soul is already saved because your soul is asleep. Y'all getting this?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Not that shit, I'm trying to say, not that junk, all that thing they did is, he talking about, if he said he had this all his life, why he ain't figured it out yet? Come on, man. I ain't stupid, man. That nigga jiving. He got in one of these little groups and they done taught me that same old bullshit they've been teaching everybody else. Right. Come on now, I ain't stupid. Come on now. Oh, I knew this all my damn life. Well, why the hell you ain't figured it out yet, nigga? And your end result is Christianity. What the hell you gonna be an Egyptian for when you can stay a Christian with that old bullshit? Saying you gonna burn in hell? It has nothing to do with that. There's a higher scientific form. What's that, brother?
Yeah, is that why the Christian concept came about being under grace and mercy? When they say you can't live according to the law, there's no way.
In so many words, that is a part of that. It's confusing and stuff when they say the grace and mercy and all that shit there. But down here, you ain't responsible for nothing you do but getting knowledge. That's it. You didn't even know that you could have all that shit y'all been yearning to do. You could have done it before. You could have busted inside the damn Krispy Kreme and stole all the donuts. Freedom is what you can get away with. That's the law of this world. Freedom is what you can get away with. What's that?
Okay, wasn't the soul a part of a celestial hierarchy, and it fell down? It was free, and it fell down into the body. It became like a slave of the matrix.
Yeah, right.
And it got entrapped.
When you hear about the fallen souls, we be thinking of some people up under the ground. We are the fallen spirits. If you have a physical body, you are called the Satan. That's the great mystery. Satan is bound for 1,000 years. You're bound in a physical body. Huh? It's us. This means man in the physical. Cherubim, seraphim. Seraphim means bodies out of the physical. Cherubim means bodies in the physical. And we still think of this fallen angels and all that. You see what I'm saying? So it has nothing to do with, so the fall period is we fell from one part to the other, or we was trapped down here.
In the spirit.
In the physical. You see, we were trapped down here in the physical. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, so now, going back, okay, now, because I got a couple of other things I want to deal with. Y'all all right? Yeah. All right. A couple of things I want to deal with.
Bobby, you want me to remind you about Halle Berry?
What?
Remember?
Oh, yeah. Now, they got this thing here. See, you got to be very careful when they put people up for Academy Awards.
Oh, not Holly. No.
Halle Berry. Now, she got this movie. Monsters Ball. And man, in this movie, they have made movies like this. They have cut them down to PG-13, or they have cut them down just to get an R rating. This thing is almost pornography. What she's doing with this white boy who has killed her husband in the movie.
Tough Daddy.
And he's ended up, and in this movie, they show this thing here, man. She is really, I believe they're really screwing in this movie here. But they do that when they want to make a racy picture to push the envelope, when they want to take mainstream pornography and bring it into the R rating. They'll bring the black girl in, let her do it, and then they have her up for Academy Award just to show how she is to the rest of the white world. You see what I'm saying? You got to see this thing here, boy. Man, huh? Oh, all that. Huh? I mean, they really getting funky in here with this white boy, Billy Bob Thornton.
He throw her over the couch and just.
I mean, he throwing her around, he banging her from behind like that. You don't even see this stuff here. In regular R-rated movies, they got her doing it. And then what they'll do is they'll put it in the Academy Award, which will draw attention to it, and everybody gonna see her get all freaked out for white folks. And she banging this white boy.
And he had the opportunity to fuck that one.
Or did they make her do that in some way?
Now, you know what? They say, man, they say that we shouldn't put no stock in nobody in Hollywood. There's a reason why they even keep them around. You know what I'm saying? Now, most people do all that crazy stuff at the beginning of their career, and then they build a certain repertoire, and they don't do stuff like that no more. Here it is, she's been in the industry for 10 years, and she's just not getting freaky. She took her clothes off this summer for swordfish, and now she is getting straight up rated X with this white boy. What's that?
Remember the white boy in the beginning, he had the opportunity to screw that white prostitute, and she was naked. He's like, no, I can't do this.
Right.
I can't even do this, because she was sacred. But
Sacred.
he and bit Holly Berry over. Y'all gotta see this shit.
But with the black woman, Holly Berry been in the thing 10 years, and I swear to God, I had to cover my eyes almost, man.
What's wrong with her?
Monsters Ball. But see, in the movie, you gotta understand, the reason why it's up for an Academy Award, see, they do stuff like that. It's like they did Vanessa Williams. They chose Vanessa Williams for Miss America to dethrone her. That was another ritual. They dethroned her on July 23rd, 1984. That's the same, the Sirius rising on the same time. So they chose her already knowing that they was going to overthrow her. So they do stuff like that. So they'll put her in this movie, and then the Academy Award, whatever it's the Academy of Arts and Science, whatever, they will go in and they'll say, put her up for, she don't even have to win, but it's going to draw attention to her. People will go out and see the movie. And just to see her getting freaky. Because remember now, it's still all run by the Jews. And they run Hollywood, and it's always dehumanization for black people. Just like they told Denzel to tell his little son to sell out on a new movie.
Yeah.
Sell out. You see what I'm saying? So they do this crazy stuff. You see, it's still savage black people. Savage black people. So Holly Berry done been out for 10 years, all of a sudden she done got this raunchy. But yet Julia Roberts ain't never took off no clothes. You see? Nastiest freak there is. What's his name? Big time freak. Woody Allen. Woody Allen shit. Adopt a little girl, start going with her. Big time freak. But he's still a white man.